Newcastle United 1, Nottingham Forest 3. Let me say it again. Newcastle United 1, Nottingham Forest 3. One more time. Third time lucky. Newcastle United 1, Cristiano Firewood 3. Welcome to the player ratings. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever in the world you are. Hope you're enjoying your Boxing Day and welcome to Nuno Ball. Welcome to 3 points in the bag. Welcome to 3 points against a team that were 8 out of 9. Probably should have been 9 out of 9. Well, they are now 8 out of 10 thanks to Nuno Ball as Forest come from behind. Let's not forget that to beat Newcastle 3-1. Cristiano Firewood goes back and repays his £19 million. Newcastle and the Geordies right now are saying, we should have got more for him. What a performance. What a performance. Let's say it one more time. Newcastle 1, Forest 3. And as Lee says, now I can be arrogant. Who said 3-1? Who said 3-1 yesterday? Who knew the signs from the Bournemouth match? Who could see what Nuno was trying to do? And with 11 men on the pitch, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to be 3-1. I'm disappointed it wasn't more. That's how good we played today. This was a performance. This was the best performance since we've been back in the Premier League. I am sorry. But that was just, I'm not sorry. That was sheer brilliance. It was, when we've told you for the last year, well, say the last 6 months since the start of the season, whenever it started, I can't even remember, right? When we say it, what did we say? This squad is good enough. This squad has the players to be at least a mid-table team. I'm getting carried away and I don't care. Right now, I feel every single Forest fan has earned the right to get carried away because the pain we've been through over the last 3 months, we damn well deserve what we've had today. We damn well deserve it. And so do those players and so does Nuno. 3 training sessions, man, and he's already playing Nuno Ball. It's unreal how good it was. Look, there was still problems. You expect that, man. You expect that. But the performance was unreal. It really was. I thought Niakate and Murillo were brilliant defensively. We'll talk about passing and stuff in a minute. I thought Montiel was outstanding, man. He felt like he was the one, especially in that first half, who was getting his foot on the ball, passing it around, accurate passes, defensively fantastic as well. Einar, needs a bit of work. Sangare was mopping up. Loads of you lot cussing him down in the watch along, but he was cleaning up. He was in the right position. He was played as a 6. Finally, we saw him in the right position. And then Cristiano Wood. That second goal was, I think it was my favorite. I don't know. Maybe the third goal was my favorite. I don't know. I don't really care. But to dink the keeper with your left foot, it's just sublime. It was sublime. And Morgan Gibbs-White playing in that slightly deeper role. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We got our Morgan back, man. We got our Morgan back. We really have. I'm so proud of the team. I'm so proud of the performance. So proud of those fans who got up early to get up there. They deserve every single minute of that. And with 1 away game under his belt, Nuno has already won 50% of what Cooper won away from home in 28 matches. It was unbelievable. Oh, I'm so happy. And to come from behind as well. I am still convinced that wasn't a penalty. And I will tell you what, we should have had more goals. We really should have. How many shots did Forest have? 15 shots, I think it was. 15 shots. When have we seen that in the Premier League? Let me just confirm that for you guys. Hold on. We had 15 shots, 6 on target, 4 big chances, 1 big chance missed. I would have said 2. 262 passes, 80% accuracy. It was just brilliant from start to finish. It was brilliant. So happy. It's just a weight lifted. I don't know if you guys feel the same. I can see you were all celebrating in the chat. Let's see those wood emojis. Let's see those Nuno emojis. But does anyone feel like a weight has been lifted off their chest? I knew we had this in us. And yeah, as Gary says, Manchester United, just bring it. Get your player ratings in. This is going to be a fun player rating. I can promise you guys that much. Quick request though. If you are ecstatic, make sure you've hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure you're subscribed to Forest Fan TV. There's nearly 500 of you in here. Get those likes up, guys. Get those likes up if you haven't already. And player ratings, we're already well over 100. Keep them coming in. And let's jump into this because this is a celebration, baby. It's a celebration. Firstly, let's talk about the formation. Because I didn't think I knew he had kahunas, but I did not know they were that big to go a 4-2-3-1 away at Newcastle. 4-2-3-1. The formation that was clearly screaming out of the design of this team. And he had the kahunas to do it. And he made some changes. Yes, Turner, I'm still not convinced about. Danilo, I didn't think was great. But it's the identity. The difference between Nuno and the previous manager is that Nuno is playing to what he thinks Forest's strengths are, rather than trying to counter the strengths of the opposition. And the identity within 2 games is already there, man. It's already there. You can see what he's trying to do. It's and we're not even started yet, man. This is meant to be our hard run. We're not even started. Unlucky against Bournemouth with the BS from that idiot. But this, you give us a semi-partial referee and you check what Nuno does, man. Absolutely brilliant. So happy, man. I'm so happy. Excuse me. Let's get into the player ratings. So with Turner, made a couple of good saves for me. I still don't feel comfortable with him in goal. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I just don't feel confident with him in goal. And I still think he slows the play down. I also like the way that Nuno's forcing them to play out from back, something we haven't seen before from Cooper. Sometimes I think we did need to go long because we were getting penned in a little. He could have saved the penalty for me. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. I think a 6 out of 10. It was okay, but I'm still not confident. I have to be honest with you. His name is Wood, not Woods. Who's saying Woods? Who's saying Woods? I gave him a 6 out of 10. Yeah, he made a good save just at halftime, didn't he? He probably should have caught it for me, as he probably should have caught it for me. I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. You guys are going 6.4 out of 10. We're about the same. 120 of you have voted. Keep voting, keep hitting the likes button, keep subscribing, keep doing all the good things, because let me remind you again, Nottingham Forest have beaten Newcastle by 3-1. Eddie Howe, you're getting sacked in the morning. Sacked in them. I'm joking. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about, oh crap, I got the wrong team up here. Shit. It wasn't him, it was Montiel. Let me just quickly, give me 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. In my excitement, I didn't have the right starting 11. Whatever, I don't care. They were all warriors out there. So, we've got Montiel. Montiel for me. Let's bring him up. Montiel is so underused that I don't even know where he is on here. Have I even got him? I must have him. Where? There he is. Montiel was brilliant. Montiel was sensational at right back. I thought he defended well. He was in the right place at the right time. Got us out of a lot of sticky situations. But his passing as well was spot on. I was so impressed with Montiel. I thought that was one of the best right back performances I've seen all season. Am I getting carried away? Yeah, but do I care? No. He, for me, was part of the reason we played so well in that game. I'm giving him an 8 or a 9 out of 10 for me. I'm not gonna go too crazy. I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for Montiel. I thought he was sublime today. His passing, he to me felt like the only one in that, in terms of him and Einar, that when they got the ball, they were actually looking up before they were making a pass and making intelligent passes into the space or either into the player's feet. And honestly, he is the reason that we got our first goal, because it was his defensive nous that turned it into a counter attack, and he was absolutely fantastic. And how Cooper hasn't used him more, I don't understand. 8 out of 10 for me for Montiel. You guys have gone 7.65. You lot are harsh. You lot are harsh. He's at least an 8. I probably should have gone 8.5 for me on Montiel. Let's move on and talk about the centre backs who we got here. Newcastle. He, for me, set the tone. Put the scores on the board. Do I have to really? It takes so long. All right, let me quickly put it then. You lot are so demanding with your stuff. So I gave him a 6 and I gave him an 8 there. God, you know what? If you lot came in here on time, we wouldn't have this problem. What did you lot give Turner? I can't even remember. I just call it about 6. He's 6.4, wasn't it? Okay. And then Montiel, you gave him a 7.6. Harsh. Harsh. Okay, anyway. Niakate for me. Solid performance. But the thing that's being overlooked about what Niakate did was what he did pre-match, where, yes, Morgan Gibbs-White was captain, but Niakate gathered them all round, gave them the instructions, talked to them like the leader he is, man. The leader he was from Mainz. I thought defensively, him and Murillo was solid, and he kept them quiet. Now, there was a little mini shout for a penalty. I don't think it was a penalty. He came out and he blocked it. I do think that the passing was a little bit too slow and sideways sometimes between the defense. That still needs to be ironed out of them. That's still coopable. It will come. I'm going to give, I think he was a brilliant leader, brilliant at defending, slightly could have done better with some of the passing. He's a 7.5 for me, I would say. 7.5 out of 10. So I'm going to just put the 7 there because it will just crush it up. So 7 out of 10 for me for Niakate. You guys have gone 7.4 on Niakate. I thought I would make him captain. So 7.5 for me. And then 7.4 for you guys. Probably about pretty close, to be honest, guys. We're pretty close to each other. Keep those votes coming in. It's a live count. As soon as you vote, it gets it. It updates it. So yeah, brilliant performance from me from Niakate. And let's move on and talk about Murillo. Where are you, Murillo? Where are you? There you are. Again, solid in defense. Had another Crystal Palace style run late in that second half. You love to see it. Defensively, I thought positionally he was a lot better. I thought I did think sometimes he was trapping Einar. When Turner would pass to him and then he would pass to Einar, I felt Einar was getting stuck in there. And it was Murillo's ball to Chris Wood, wasn't it? If I remember rightly. Correct me if I'm wrong. For that second goal. I'm going to give him exactly the same score as Niakate. He's a 7.5 for me. I thought it was a really good performance. And none of those little mistakes. Even heading-wise, I thought he was decent today. So 7.5 for me for the Wonder Kid. And you guys have given him a 7.6 as well. So we're pretty damn close onto the money here. Let me get those scores up because you latecomers. What did you do? 7.6. What are you guys saying in the chat? Montiel's an 8 for Moody. Where did that come from today? Forrester made my Christmas, says Thomas. Oh shit, wrong button. Hold on. Wait. 7.6. Murillo tried a nutmeg that didn't come off just outside our box. 7 still does needless things. Wood was on fire, says Banksy. 8 says wake up. 7.5 says Mark. Okay, let's move this forward. Let's move this forward. This feels like a celebration stream, man. Do we want a fan call-in tonight? I think Grumpy Old Reds will be tomorrow. Or Happy Old Reds, should I say. But we'll see. We'll see. You guys dictate what happens on this channel, not us. Okay, let's move on and talk about Einar. Now, I will be objective here because I didn't think Einar was that great today, if I'm being honest with you guys. I think defensively he was lacking a little. And as I just mentioned, he did get himself trapped on the left-hand side. I don't necessarily think it was his fault, but it did happen. I don't look, I'm not going to be negative, but I am going to be objective. By the way, there's 600 of you in here. Please hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. If I'm being honest, I don't think it was a penalty, but he gave the referee a decision to make as well. I'm probably going to be harsh on him. I'm probably going to give him a 5 out of 10. If I'm being honest, I thought out of the 4 defenders, he was the weakest one. I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Probably harsh, but I'm just trying to not go to Cloud9 too quickly. Einar's missing some ingredients, says Keith. Hopefully Nuno has the recipe. Nuno will sort him out. Don't worry, man. Nuno will sort them all out. You guys have gone a 6.4 for him. All right, let me get that up on the thing. I've gone a 5. I think 6.4. You guys are drinking in the happy clapper juice right there, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's quite high. 6.4 out of 10 from you guys. But I don't want to hang around and talk about any kind of negativity. We must move forward and talk about... Shit, I've still got the wrong team here. Hold on. Any changes were made? Was Yates the first sub? Like, why are you not saying, oh, you haven't put it on the board? Why are you not correcting me and saying, oh, the team sheet was wrong? Honestly, the lack of help you lot give me sometimes is embarrassing. George with the 24.99. I love Forest since I was 17 from 2003 in Romania. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate those super chats. Get your super chats in if you got some celebration messages you want to share with the rest of the guys. With the chat flying in as it is, it's hard for me to keep up with all the messages, but I will try my damnedest to do so. Okay, let's go talk about Sangare. And a lot of you, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to call you lot out in the chat. You were like, nah, man, nah, he's still playing crap. He's playing, yeah, he got the yellow card and what have you. But I thought he was brilliant today because he was being played in the correct position. Isn't it weird how when you play a player in the right position, that they actually do their job? Yes, he was rash with some of the challenges, but honestly, he really moved that ball well. He won the ball. He advanced it a bit in the midfield. A couple of his passes were good. A couple were poor. There's no two ways about it. But it's a huge... I don't think you guys understand how hard it is to go to St. James's Park, playing a 2-man midfield against an established 3 in Newcastle, who won 8 out of 9. And you give yourself a good account. I thought he was really good, and I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. And you can shoot me down. I don't care. Shoot me down. But Sangare, now the annoying thing is we're not going to see him again until February now because of that yellow card. He's an 8 out of 10 for me, and I'll take issue with anyone who says otherwise. You guys have gone 6.9. Guys, 6.9. Come on, man. Come on, man. Seriously. I have no words for you lot. I have no words for you lot. 6.9. He's been injured. He's had a virus. He's had all this stuff going on, and you guys give him a 6.9. You're not even taking into account the criteria. Matty's saying an 8. Maydog's saying an 8. Matty said it's 9. 7 from Chucker. 6.9 is fair, he's saying. Nah, man. I think it was solid 7. Nothing amazing, says Brandon. You're missing out. Like, if he wasn't in that team, they would have created more chances. He made some great blocks. I can't bother to argue with you lot. You lot don't know your football, honestly. You don't embarrass yourselves. I'm joking. I'm not. Anyway, Sangare for me was an 8 out of 10. Danilo, on the other hand, keep those votes coming in. 142 of you have voted. It's Insta Live update. The link's pinned in the chat, or you can type in !rate as one word. All right, Danilo, I'm going to be honest. He was so bad in the first half. Every pass was off. He looked very nervous in those first 5 or 6 minutes. Chances were sliced and everything. He did settle in the second half. I still didn't think he was amazing in the second half, but he was better. He is way out of form right now. Way out of form. I have to be objective here, and I have to say that I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. Every time he got the ball, I was nervous. If I'm feeling nervous, it means there's a reason for it, and the player isn't playing that well. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to give him a 4 out of 10. I know it sounds harsh, but I just got to be objective about it. There was too many nervy moments that I can't overlook. I can't overlook them from the first half. Yes, he got better in the second half, but I still want him to continue to play because I know it's harsh, but it is what it is. Okay. I don't want to come across as like 10s for everyone. I'm trying to be objective. Wolvie not going to like the average rating. Well, let's see what you guys went with. 5.7. I think that's the high end of the 5. Look, I think if I'm being harsh at 4, nearly 6 is way too high. I think 5 would have been probably fair. Mark's saying very harsh. 6 for me, 5. You're saying a 5. I think a 5 would have been fair. I'm just saying what I felt. You can't say that Aino was piss poor in the first half too. I did say Aino was crap. I did. What's this revisionism? Danilo was much better in the second half. I do agree with that. But I do think 5.7 is way too high. Now, you may say I've gone too low with my 4, but fine, whatever. I just think you got to be, sometimes you got to be a little harsh. Forrest Mella, thank you so much for becoming a member. You absolute legend. Appreciate it. And then you guys went a 5.7, was it? Where the frick is it? 5.7. Okay. Let's move forward before you lot start lynching me. Because remember, just for you latecomers. Forrest won 3-1 today. Nuno ball, baby. Nuno ball. It will be interesting to hear what the cult have to say about all of this. Okay, let's move on to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Now, he did play it on the left-hand side, I know, but I can't be bothered to move it. So you guys are going to, all you lot with OCD, you're just going to have to make your peace with it. I would say he frustrated me a bit, guys. I can't lie, right? I can't lie. He was good, but the football IQ that I keep talking about with Elanga, he missed out on that today. He should have played a lot of balls through. There was one for Elanga he should have played through. I think another for Morgan Gibbs-White. He should have had to play through. Moody, we are the happy clappers. What are you talking about? We are now the happy clappers. The Cooper Colt has gone very quiet. But it feels good to be back as a happy clapper, I'll tell you that. Anyway, Callum Hudson-Odoi for me. Still not match fit, not match sharp for me. But I think it was important that he got minutes in his belt. Minutes in the legs. Whatever the saying is that we take the mick out of here. I can't even remember it. I think he will keep getting better. But I think it is good that Nuno gave him the minutes that he did. I think that's important. Sometimes you do have to carry some players while they play themselves back into form, back into a rhythm, right? So I'm not going to be that harsh on him. I think it was a 6 with major mistakes as of chances that could have created really good opportunities for me. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. I'd probably say that's probably too generous, to be honest. I'd probably say he's more of a 5. But I'm just taking into account the background on him and everything. So what you guys... You're at 6.6. That is way too high, man. Come on. Way too high. Way too high. But all right. I mean, it's your opinions. You don't have good opinions by the looks of things, but 6.6. You guys got 6.6. All right, fine. Whatever. Let's get that up on the board. And then let's talk about Cristiano Wood. Cristiano Wood. There are not enough superlatives to give him for his performance today. And I feel sorry for him, right? Because he had so many good positions taken up. Oh, wait, I missed out Morgan Gibbs-White. Sorry, we'll come back to him. Forget what I just said. Let's go Morgan Gibbs-White. Morgan Gibbs-White was brilliant. I was just giving you a little teaser, guys. I was just giving you a little teaser. I was just so excited to get to it. Just give me a little teaser. We got to go to Morgan Gibbs-White. Morgan Gibbs-White, how long have I been screaming out? He needs to play centrally. Full stop. Never, ever again do I want to see him out on the wing. Ever. centrally. His work rate is incredible. He's up and down, up and down, up and down. And he did play a little deeper, which I really did like. He was fantastic. Now, his shooting is still woeful. He should have scored in the first 2 minutes. But again, that was created by him winning the ball. And yes, he should have scored it, but at least he was creating the chances. I think he was brilliant today. Brilliant. Better than he was against Bournemouth for me. I just want him to sort his shooting out. So he's a 9 for me, but with his shooting, I got to bring him down to an 8. They just got to train him on his shooting. 8 out of 10 for me for the MGW Meister, man. And it's good. It feels so good to have Morgan Gibbs-White back, man. I've missed having that love for him. And I'll be honest with you, start of the season, I'd lost that love and feeling for Morgan Gibbs-White. Well, not start of the season, but over recent performances. Now I'm fully back on my Morgan Gibbs-White goggles again. You guys went 8.2. Okay, I'll say that's fine. I'll say that's fine. You guys have scored that correctly for once. 8.2 is absolutely fine for me. Yeah, that header as well, Martin. I forgot about that. He's missing some sitters, isn't he? But it will come. Nuno will sort. Don't worry, guys. Nuno will sort it all out. Nuno is the man. And then let's move on to Elanga. For me, Elanga is the most frustrating player in our team. The most frustrating player. He does brilliance and stupidity in every game. And I don't mean stupidity in a bad way. I just mean like the tunnel vision, man. The low football IQ. He should have squared Wood off. Wood was completely free. We'd have had a replica of our first goal earlier on. And he just reminds me of Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, run. And he's always looking to shoot at whatever cost. I kind of remember it. Do you remember against Chelsea? I know he got the goal, but in the second half, he did that thing on the byline where he took on a couple, cut back in. Instead of looking for options to lay it off to, he just put it into the net. Now the thing is with Elanga, he gets himself into those positions regularly. If he just looks up, we will get more goals. And I'm so confident Nuno will address that with him. He will address that with him, and probably very quickly, because it's just blatantly obvious. It's blatantly obvious what he needs to do. If I was Nuno, I'd be saying to him, don't even worry about shooting. Your first protocol is to look up and look for the pass. You could even argue his goal against Bournemouth, had he missed it, Chris Wood was there for the layoff. And Chris Wood was getting in fantastic positions. So look, I'm not going to be over harsh to him because he didn't square the first one, but he did the second one. I feel that had it not been as wide as it was, he probably would have fancied himself with another shot there. I'm going to give him, I think I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for me. But he is still frustrating me, and I'm not going to lie to you guys about it. You guys have gone 7.5. Okay, you're kind of clawing it back. You're getting your scores pretty much right, I would say. So big up to you guys in the chat. You are redeeming yourselves a little. You guys went 7.5. Okay, now we can talk about Cristiano Wood. Now we can talk about Cristiano Wood. Let's get Cristiano Wood up. What do you think, chat? What do you think? Is there much that needs to be said about how good his last 2 performances have been? Now, again, I will go. Now, I've been his biggest critic, probably by a mile, maybe just with crypto slightly behind me. But as soon as Nuno came in, and as soon as you studied Nuno's tactics and his philosophies, and I got receipts, go back to the week where we did all that build up on Nuno, his tactics and his understanding. What did I tell you guys? Chris Wood will work in a Nuno philosophy because Nuno doesn't need pace as his striker. He needs someone who can hold up the ball, link up the play, lose his man, free himself up in the penalty box. And that's exactly what we got. So I am prepared. I've got to say, I'm prepared to say that was one of the best striker performances we've seen outside Taiwo since we've been back in the Premier League. And he deserves all the plaudits he gets today. All the plaudits he gets today. Because I will say the first goal was a Nuno goal. Yeah, that would be how Nuno envisages his setting up, getting the wingers out wide, cutting the ball back into the striker. The second goal, the pass from Elanga was a hopeful pass. The rest of it was all Chris Wood. And the finish was disgustingly good. Disgustingly good. It was, I love dinked finishes. Yeah, my favorite goal last season was when Dennis dinked against, shocker, it was Newcastle, wasn't it? I loved it because dink shows composure. Dink shows that you have that IQ level that we're talking about. And he is composed in front of goal. He is composed in front of goal. He did all the hard work. The hard work wasn't the dink. The hard work was getting himself into that position. And I know you're saying Elanga's pass was perfect. Elanga played it into a channel. It was like the perfect pass was the first goal where he had the easiest goal of his life, yeah? The second and the third goal, he had to work for his goals. This is what the message I'm trying to get across. When you work for your goal, you are showing you are more than just this lump up front. Bob, thank you so much for subscribing. You are showing you have something about you, and fair play to him, because the amount of criticism he's had from me, and I'll be honest, probably all of you in the chat, right? Apart from Simon, I would say, who stuck by him. Yeah. This guy deserves all the plaudits. And let me say, he rightly was criticized. He was rightly criticized because he was crap. Yeah. But this guy is reborn under Nuno because the formation and the philosophy and the style all fit in with Nuno. And Nuno clearly can understand where players' strengths are and where their weaknesses are. And he's playing to his strengths. But on top of that, you got to go out and perform. Now, goals breed confidence. Best thing that happened to Chris Wood was scoring against Bournemouth the other day. And he was just there. He should have had more goals. And it's not his fault he didn't get more goals today. I blame Elanga for that. I'm going to give Chris Wood, in an all-time FFTV first, 10 out of 10 for Cristiano Firewood. And I will argue till I'm blue in the face with anyone who disagrees with that score. 10 out of 10 for me for Chris Wood. What have you guys gone? You guys are harsh, man. You guys are harsh. How have you gone 9.8? How have you gone 9.8? That is ridiculously harsh from you. You were redeeming yourselves with your ratings. You were bringing it back on point. And then you go and let yourselves down like that. Embarrassing. Anyone who didn't vote, you know what it is, guys. You know what it is. It's probably the Geordies in the chat. Let's take a moment and let's reflect on the Geordies, because boy, have I been getting trolled by the Geordies for the last what, year? It's been nearly a year now with Chris Wood. By the way, there's 700 of you in here. Thank you all for chilling. Please make sure you've hit that like button and subscribe. To all you Geordies, and you Geordies know I love you. I've always got time for you. I really do. But I gotta say, guys, thank you for the 19 million. Well, thank you for Chris Wood. I hope you're enjoying that 19 million, because that 19 million has just cost you 3 points today. That 19 million came back to bite a huge chunk out of your assholes today with Cristiano Firewood. With Cristiano Firewood. So thank you is what I have to say to the Geordies. Now, let's see what happens at the City Ground when we play you again in a couple of weeks. Maybe Shelvey will be brought back. Chat, Shelvey back? If Nuno can fix Wood, maybe he can fix Shelvey, and Shelvey scores Dino's 35-yard screamer against his old club. Who knows? Who knows? But absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Cristiano Firewood. The dead wood has been dried out. The rot has been cut out of the wood. And we are left with pure firewood. With pure firewood. Well done to you, Sir Chris Wood. You have made a believer out of me. Well done. All right, let's move on and talk about the subs now. Let's go to the first sub was, I think, Ryan Yates. Ryan Yates on for Sangare. I thought Ryan Yates was really good, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Ryan Yates was decent. Came on. It was, you know what? Again, we'll talk about it when we do Nuno, but Nuno made the subs at the right time. He made the subs at the right time. At that stage of the game, you needed a Ryan Yates in there. He picked up a couple. Yeah, maybe I am wake up, but you know what I'm saying. He picked up he got a couple of people booked. He got into their faces a little. We needed the game to slow down, and we needed the play to be broken up. And I thought he did quite well with that. So I'm gonna give him, what's the sub score? 5. I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10 for me. For Yatesy, 6 out of 10. Let's see what you guys did. You guys went 6.27. I'd say that's about right. That's about right. But he came on at the right time. He came on at the right time. Okay, next sub on with him was Montiel. Went off for Nico Williams, if I remember correctly. So let's get Nico Williams up. I thought he was decent. The only thing that made my asshole pucker up was when that cross came in and he mistimed his jump. And then there was a bit of panic in and around the box around that time. So I'll probably give him a subs 5 out of 10 for me. Just panicked me a little. Outside of that, he was okay. So I'll give him a 5 out of 10. I'm gonna remember sub rule as well. You guys went 6.2 for Nico Williams. And then who was next? Dominguez was on next, I believe. Let's get Dominguez up. I haven't used a Dominguez picture for ages. We've still got one. Again, I thought Dominguez was really good when he came on. Kept things ticking along. No mistakes that I can remember. I'm sure there probably was 1 or 2. But I do want to see him starting. Look, going forward to the Man U game. Oh, we're not going to have Sangare, are we? But if we did have Sangare, I would have liked to maybe see Dominguez and Sangare as the 6 and the 8. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10 as well. I thought he was really good. How long did he get? He only had like 15 minutes if you include injury time. 6 out of 10 for me. You guys are going 6 out of 10 as well for him. And then the last couple of subs, they were in the 90th minute, but I do want to rate, I'll do Joe Worrell's rating because check Quixote, I didn't notice. I thought Joe Worrell was really good when he came on. And you, again, like, this is what people don't understand. When someone plays well, I will praise them. When someone's had a crap game, I will call it as a crap game. Now, it's my opinion. It may be wrong. It may be right. But I thought Worrell really showed some fight, some eagerness, some determination to get on that pitch. And he made some great clearances. He saved Turner's blushes when he flicked one behind for a corner. And he was in there tackling away. He was tackling away. So I thought he played. I know it was only a couple of minutes, but I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10, which is the sub rule would make it a 6. I thought he was really good. It was only a couple of minutes. Now, I wouldn't go and start him or anything crazy like that, but that's his role for me, a closer, if you like. You guys have given him a 6.1 as well. Quixote is just a 5 from me. I didn't notice him when he came on. He was just a time-killing sub. I have no problem with Nuno doing that. You guys gave him a 5. That's fine. Okay. Let's get on to the main man, the man of the moment. They say we don't talk about Nuno, but we will talk about Nuno. What did you guys individually rate Nuno? Because boy, did he get things right today. I mean, how can I say this? I'm so used to negative, low block, 5 at the back football, right? And let's get those Nuno emojis in. Let's pay the man respect. I was hoping he would play the 4-2-3-1. I wouldn't have played the 4-2-3-1. I would have been too scared to. Yeah. If this had been under the previous regime, I guarantee you the starting lineup would have been 5-3-1-1. Yeah. He doesn't care. He does not care. You know what it is with him is he's come into the club and he said, this is my philosophy. This is how we're going to play. And you guys are going to get on board with it. And that's exactly what you need to do. You can't keep buying players and then trying to fit them into different formations or player-to-player strength. He's come in and he said, 4-2-3-1. This is what I'm going with the players that fit will fit. The ones that don't fit, we'll get rid of. And you will play football. And look, for the first 20 minutes, we were shaky. There's no two ways about it. We were really deep. Let's not forget about that in our giddiness of the 3-1. But it was just fantastic football all around. The substitutions were spot on. Yeah, I would have probably not started Turner. Maybe in hindsight, you look at Danilo and Einar as potentials as well. But his substitutions were spot on. And they were tactically correct. When he brought Dominguez on to make it a 3, that was right. Again, under previous regimes, we wouldn't have gone to a 3. We would have gone to a 5 at the back instead of putting the extra body in midfield. And we should have scored more. And he's had 3 or 4 training sessions. I'm sorry, guys, but there's only one score I can give him. There's only one score I can give him. And that's a 10 out of 10. That's a 10 out of 10 for me for Nuno. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Let me remind you, Newcastle won 8 out of 9 at home. They're a really good team. Champions League. Really good manager with Eddie Howe. 10 out of 10 for me. Nuno, I love you, bro. I love you. I love that you're bringing an identity back to my club and our club. Fantastic. You guys went 9.4. Any cultists hanging in there? So I'm seeing a lot of 10s in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of 10s. I'm just so happy right now. It's so nice to be a happy clapper. How I've missed being a happy clapper. And let's keep this party going. Still over 600 of you in here. Let's do the fun bit now and do man of the match. Man of the match. So let's go by your ratings. You got Chris Wood on a 9.8. You lot are harsh. Morgan Gibbs-White on an 8.2. Who else you got high up? You got Elanga at 7.5. Let's get Elanga in. And then you've got Montiel. I think we'll chuck Montiel in there. I think he needs a shout out. Montiel. All right, guys, get your votes in 3, 2, 1 for man of the match. Go for it now. Let's see what you guys go with. We'll give you 60 seconds. And straight out of the traps they go, and straight into first place goes Cristiano Wood with 95% of the vote. Morgan Gibbs-White on 6%, Elanga on 2%, and Montiel hasn't even got out of the starting blocks. Now Wood is down to 91%. Morgan Gibbs-White on 7%, Elanga on 2%, and still Montiel has had no vote. Unbelievable. We've got already 132 votes in literally seconds, 137. We'll let it get to 150. Get your votes in. Chris Wood has so many votes coming in right now. It's ridiculous. Keep those votes coming in. We'll run it for 10 more seconds, and then we will see who we crown as the man of the match. So, as they come into the final furlong, Chris Wood on 90%, Morgan Gibbs-White on 8%, Elanga on 1%, and now Montiel overtakes Elanga with 2% on the vote. We got 5 seconds left on this vote. We're going to close the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your man of the match, as voted by you guys, with 86% of the vote, is none other than Cristiano Fire Wood with his hat trick. Congratulations to Cristiano and to Nuno and to Forest, but more importantly to us. We deserved that win. The pain and suffering we have been through in the last 2 months. How many clubs have gone through that? And we've gone through it, and I hope, inshallah, we are coming out the other side. Guys, it's been a cracking Boxing Day. I've really enjoyed it. I feel so happy clappy right now. It's beautiful. And Nuno, thank you. Thank you. To give us our 3rd away win in the Premier League in 18 months. For you to have a 100% away win record already at St. James's Park is just genius. Do you guys want to phone in tonight? At some point, I need to get some sleep, guys. At some point, I need to get some sleep. So, all right, we'll do a phone in. Screw it, we'll do a phone in, right? But I want to see what we'll do on the phone in today. It will be 2-3 minutes. You each get your points in. We'll rotate you through. I want new callers in as well. You just need a mic, okay? You don't need a camera. You'll need a mic. We'll get something set up for this evening. But I do want to watch some of the football. I believe Luton are winning now. Hi, Jimmy. Where are you, Jimmy? Where are you, Jimmy? Anyway, let's wrap it up there. I've so enjoyed this player ratings. and this performance. We'll probably see you tonight. Love you all. Love you all. Welcome back to the world of happy clapping. Forest have beaten Newcastle by 3-1. We'll see you probably tonight. I'm not promising, but I will try. Come on, you Reds.